Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I must start today's morning show. Alright, so David Onstein going to give us today's updates on Hincapie. So you can tell us the guy they traveled to London, making go conclude the Arsenal transfer. But for that particular report, I saw some troubling news. Because when you read them, you will see Piero Hincapie traveling to London ahead of proposed transfer from Bayer Leverkusen to Arsenal. But he's still awaiting permission from Bayer Leverkusen to undergo medical as clubs continue efforts to seal the move for the Ecuador international centre back, which means Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen never get the final agreement. And Fabrizio Romano don't run here we go for us. So what is the hiccup? Like clear. You get. So I'm not gonna know what's happen. Share the agreements, they never sign the documents. Like I don't know, I don't just know, but I just watch, although I know say all things being equal is going to be our player because I don't know why Romano can't rush. Hey, here we go, but Obasi they wait for permission because of they never agreed the deal finally. So Moko just monitor the situation before today go finish. Because I believe that today everything will sorted out. So before today go finish, Arsenal go don't do the guy medical today so that they go already. No one hear story say okay, we couldn't finish it again. Deadline don't reach. No one hear all those things. So as the matter they go meet I go the observer man as you know I will let you know. No, it gets. And in fact, did you know that before Mikel Arteta signed this player, he actually called Xabi Alonso, the present coach of Real Madrid and the former coach of. I say, Baba, how far now? This player, now you be manager before. How the player be? Jamisi, get all those kinds of things. Make I know what things they go. So Mikel Arteta personally called Xabi Alonso to ask about Piero Hincapie, and Alonso spoke highly of the defender. The 23-year-old is traveling to London today to complete this Arsenal move. So that's why Arteta can get confidence. Say, yes, this player is going to give me what I need. Yes, so everywhere good. So like I said, anywhere this in the go, I will still let you know today not today. Now, this is an exclusive news. So they hear about Albert Sambi Lokonga. Say one of the clubs say they for Germany. The reason Arsenal say they would like to carry the guy. This is an exclusive report from the Mirror. So they say Hamburg are close to agreeing a permanent deal with Arsenal for Albert Sambi Lokonga, according to sources in Germany. HSV are expected to be a modest fee they're expected to offer a modest fee for the Belgian midfielder's contract in North London, which expires in the summer of 2026. Now, it's understood that Arsenal triggered a 12-month extension option earlier this summer to protect his value. So we never really know how much Hamburg will offer for the player, but because they for part of Arsenal or Arteta plan, so any amount will surface. So you also say, oh yeah, just recoup something. So you might be seeing maybe 5, 7 million, 10 million, something like that, something of that nature. Now what you go feed, likely see. Now for the match you won't play against Liverpool today, they say there is a record that Hugo Ekitike, aka Ekitike, there's a record he could match in that game, a 133-year Liverpool record. And that record now say, say this guy don't score for like the first 3 games. We end up Ekitike scored against Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and Newcastle so far this season, and he is within touching distance of a great achievement. If this Frenchman finds the net at Anfield against Arsenal, he would become the first Liverpool player since John Miller in 1892-93 to score in his opening 4 games for the club. So now record they will say Ekitike will define how he will take breaker, you get unmatched. Now what's he going to find? But the Arsenal defense, who are renowned for their stinginess, maybe they will stop him from matching that record. But we'll just watch and see how things go forward. Now, away from that. All right, so people like Cody Gakpo, maybe one of the Liverpool players, so he can send warning to his own teammates, yes, ahead of this particular match where they won't play. The Liverpool Echo, and carry this story So Gakpo Kone talk say, I think it's always a big game against Arsenal, and I think everybody's looking forward to the game. It's always good to play them, and hopefully we will get the win because you don't think Liverpool self beat Arsenal. Obviously, last season we were 1 and 2, the first and second. So I think it's for both sides that we want to prove a point. Arsenal want to prove a point. We said we want to prove a point. We have to go for it, and especially at home, we have to show them that we are still the defending champions, and that is what we will try to do. So see, everybody they talk tough about the talk tough. Even though the first 2 games were a bit dramatic because 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, we still got the win. And I think at the end, that's the most important thing. Obviously now with this game coming up, we can really show what we want this season, and we have to go for the win again, play a good game hopefully, and don't let it be as dramatic as before. Now, one thing at the back of the mind of all these Liverpool players, and the fact say they have a shaky defense. You see when you say they complain, say the first 2 games say they don't play, they're very, very dramatic. What made it dramatic? You lead 2-0, all of a sudden 2-1, 2-2. Even before these first 2 games, preseason, you forget preseason. 2-0, 2-1, 2-2. Not even preseason, I think it was the community shield. I went to be that. Yes, 2-1, 2-2, back by 2 the loser. I think that was against Crystal Palace. Yeah, so maybe that one don't come up for a memory, don't forget, get. So all these things, now they put pressure on Liverpool. Liverpool have a point to prove. In fact, which day I do that analysis, so I thought say this season, Liverpool have a point to prove, to let everybody know, say, we win the league last season, not be saying a fluke, not be because say Arsenal get injury, Man City get injury, they don't see their period. No. But once still win, I'm not letting you say we deserve that last season, you get. So but more just to watch because me and you know say it no go day very, very easy. I'm talking about the game. Liverpool versus Arsenal at the Anfield, we'll just go straight into the head-to-head. May you foresee. The last 5 times we played at the Anfield, we got 3 draws and 2 defeats. Now, last season we played 2-2 here. The same 2-0, 2-1, 2-2. In fact, we would have won the game. I think Merino got a red card in that game. We can turn the thing to a Liverpool favor. Yeah, we could have beaten them. Before the 3 draws, we see they knock us 4-0. Maybe they can knock us 4-0 again now. You get. In fact, when last person even beat us 3-0, not to talk of 4-0. Anybody go beat us 3-0 now or 4-0 now, I'll come up for that person. That person good. They attack and fire. They go score us 4-0. It go hard gone. You get. So I was watching Charles Watts this morning. So Watts going to talk about this game on one play against Liverpool in giving your information. Watts going to first break the news. Say Odegaard follow the team travel. Get input and snap the picture, means about screenshot them. So they got there, so it's part of the traveling contingent. And based on according to what they say, anytime make Odegaard travel, obviously he expects Odegaard to play. Because if he not go play, why is it part of the traveling contingent, or is that part of the mind games? You get whether Odegaard will come start. Now none of us know, but I think Odegaard will play because let me say now just show that so we believe everywhere don't good. So if Odegaard play, it will help us with the depth in our squad. Yes, because that means the abilities will come from the bench because the expectation is that Martinelli will start, especially when you look at the record he has at the Anfield. So, but whether Arteta will tweak some things, we don't really know. This same morning, I was watching Anslot when they one press interview with Sky Sports. So, Babako will talk the same thing, say many a times they will prepare for Arsenal in this particular way. Arsenal will give them another method. That is one problem they get with Arsenal because Arsenal can play different style. Say, in observe what Arsenal do against PSG away from when we went to the Parc des Princes. For that game, Arsenal they launch long ball, they enter PSG was a team. Every throw-in is a crossing. You get any throw-in, in talking I say any throw-in Arsenal the launcher. So Arsenal can play that way. Arsenal can play the normal way. You get. And in fact, I said this morning I do this after I watch different. I was watching ESPN when they were doing the preview, the Arsenal Liverpool preview. To tell what the talk say, the problem Liverpool will have this time around is something they've never encountered against Arsenal in the last 4-5 years. Arsenal now have a target man that they can send things to, and at the same time, Eberechi is going to become unpredictable. In fact, Eberechi due to the way when they play for Crystal Palace, he formed a good relationship with Mateta. He knows how to dance around the opposition lines, break the lines, and pass it through ball to Mateta when they go. Whether Mateta can score or score, maybe Eberechi is a problem. Say he don't do the job. So then they see a similarity between Eberechi Eze and Victor Gyökeres. People say all this thing when they talk, I'm going to shoot for mouth, but you know it's you. But I expect something like that. In fact, personally, I would say make Ateta look for how he will tweak our formation to bring Eberechi Eze and Odegaard to come in so that we have two creative outlets. This match, there will be a lot of spaces to exploit, and we have to see how we can do it. But because of a big match, I think I'm not going to use two creative outlets. Instead, I'm going to focus on more defensive style of play. I don't tell you 4-2-3-1 using right hands to be ready to protect the back four. I say Ateta doing the same thing today, but that one are my own thoughts. Yeah, no be Ateta. So when Ateta run information, we will see how in the planner. Now, away from that, Manchester United, they don't make Emi Martinez approach because they no get confidence for this Onana again and Bayindir. So you get one another keeper with them on one side, Royal Antwerp goalkeepers and Lemons. So them they talk say if they no fit run that deal today, they go reactivate this Dibu Martinez. Now what even shopping? They say Martinez we don't doing goodbye, don't take some other fans. Now bye you at the commode, so you get nobody don't really reason now. Look at Manchester City, they're looking for a goalkeeper. They look say okay, if Edison comes, go for Fenerbahce or Galatasaray, they'll go bring in Donnarumma. But nobody really hear anything. Even with Donnarumma, nobody's going for him. If the window come close, what happens? Donnarumma will call him for PSG, they get on the bench. It no go make sense. So a lot of things are going to happen today. And deadline. A lot of things. So we'll just watch. In fact, the place waiting me at the watch go now Isaac. Because I see Guehi joining Liverpool, I see that they'll work going through. But this is Gong. I want to see what happen, especially with what happened with Yohan Wissa. No one will say enter that Yohan Wissa. Yohan Wissa, you don't do funny now. Yet we see enter that report. Now, away from that, we've already taken this report. Piero Hincapie joining Arsenal today. Fabrizio Romano self-talker. You get even a hand of Arsenal self reported the story. So everybody's saying the same thing. Now, talking about Isak, even Eddie Howe, who will be the coach of Newcastle, he say himself need clarity. I need clarity because we are really looking forward to that clarity in terms of what our squad will look like. Howe said this after the 0-0 draw they drew with Leeds. So he said once we have that clarity, we'll move forward, and I'm sure we can do really well this year. So myself, I define that clarity, make I know whether our opposition, our rival, will strengthen and become very solid, or they will become the mediocre team with me I see them to be because their defense is a shitty defense. That's what me I've seen. In fact, Liverpool are just 1-2 injuries away from disaster. Just space like just get injury now, back. A critical get injury now, back. Otiton, that's all you get because it's raining injuries. The better time not carrying your injury. I mean, I don't get. The better not get injury now. We'll still get to that. Now, for this one, we're going to hear say Bayern Munich director Max Eber don't tell BILD last night. Say them don't already tell Jackson and the agents. Say make them go back to London because you be Chelsea player. Because Chelsea don't already tell them, call them, just call them, tell them say this deal we don't do again. No, when the guy come back. Although Jackson no one come back, say Romano the knock and this morning say sources in Senegal say Jackson does not want to leave Munich. He wants Bayern. Reports in Telegraph. But Bayern don't say there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. So the best thing is just go back to your parents' club. That's it. This morning, Sky Sports posted this interview of them with Eberechi Eze. So they call it asking some questions. So I pick one important point where Eze make. So let's say when I play, when I step onto the pitch, I want to be the best on the pitch. You get? Just like when they mention, say all the times when they come ask them Crystal Palace, in they say I'm like saying a trial in day. Like say one play for Arsenal, but Arsenal they put them on trial. So they make sure say anytime when you come that Emirates Stadium, or anytime we there where we say to go Crystal Palace home, say if they give a good showing, so that Arsenal will say, oh, no need to sign this guy. You get? And they make sure say if he no score, he go give assist, he go cause some kind of damages. So at the end of the day, we got him, and he's now our own player. So all those damages now, they can't help us to do the damages against other team. Now, I saw this report this morning when I was doing research. Did you know that at one time, Liverpool actually banned Arsenal from signing one of their players after inserting it in the players clause? in the player's contract. The player get buyout clause, but Liverpool put and say e no apply to Arsenal. The question now becomes, why? Now because of wetin Arsene Wenger do Liverpool, they were so angry. Now remember say again when Arsene Wenger wan sign Luis Suarez, wey we offer 30 million, then reject the deal, we come up am to 40 million. Dem say okay, make we add something again to make the deal go through. Wenger add £1, 40 million and £1. We can make one of the senior man for Liverpool come make one statement. You get? So make I actually look for that particular slide. Okay, I think this is the slide. So when you read the report, it says as of July that year, the London club caused controversy when they lodged a bid of 40 million plus £1, to which most people associated with Liverpool took offense. Because truly, that means they were vex, including owner John W. Henry, who went to social media to ask, what do you think they're smoking over there? As soon as they read this report, I laugh because it's really funny. See, what do you think they're smoking over there? When person go offer 40 million, go add £1, you get. Now, this came after the initial 30 million bid was turned down by the Reds a week later because they got offer that particular money. At some point, when I said come and reply and say, it was not the most subtle thing we've ever done. One guy will say, yes, instead no try. Before I can say, but we don't smoke. To answer the question we already asked, we don't smoke over here again. So fast forward to 2 years, in 2015, Liverpool can sign Roberto Firmino from Hoffenheim. They signed him for 21.3 million, 5-year deal. Now, like normal contract, now they can't put release clause for a deal. Release clause at that time was 83 million. So according to Football Leaks and according to the Times, in 2016, it was alleged that it was written into Firmino's contract that the release clause did not apply to Arsenal because they don't want to do any deal with Arsenal because they don't say they don't put that in. Arsenal will just come and trigger the deal and carry the player. There's nothing they can do about it. Remember when I was telling you about injuries? Breaking news: Ousmane Dembele has suffered an injury and will undergo tests soon. I told you it's raining injuries. Man, Shane at the World Cup, cause I don't really know, but all I know is say key players from different clubs, everybody just pack their own injury. So we'll just be careful. Today we be saying now Super Sunday. Today is going to be a blockbuster day. We don't want to hear say one of our key players go get injured. I would say the beg God, I beg go. Maybe the game just they clean. Liverpool no could be that kind of physical side, but what do I know? Now, Joan Wissa don't put out a statement for the public domain. All they explain say over the past few weeks, there have been increased speculation about my future at Brentford Football Club. As a result, I wanted to speak directly and honestly about exactly where things stand. I have stayed silent for much of the summer, but with just hours remaining for the transfer window to close, I feel compelled to make it clear that I want to leave Brentford. I believe the club are unduly standing in my way despite a series of fair offers throughout the summer. What if Baba no understand me say all this cheap blackmail no go let the club sell you, they no want sell you. You're supposed to collect pass question from Moses Caicedo. Don't be Caicedo almost won't join Arsenal. Everybody happy say yeah, Arsenal sign out. I want to trigger before even the reason rise. Don't be say Tony Bloom and say Baba, we know yeah. Baba rise statement because social media I come from a borehole. This is the biggest move for me. Let me go to a big club. Yeah, I can get signed. Say Baba, no road. You are going nowhere. What you can say they do, you don't do anything. They still play for them. So this Joan Wissa, all this way they do. They are playing. If Brentford say they don't want to sell you, Baba, not I think they thought they won't go cut. Baba not go cut again. So I just go watch look and see whether because if they look at an opportunity for them to go play Champions League. So if you don't make this move now, you know go make them again because Newcastle will move on and they'll get other targets. Similar to what Isaac is doing. That's why me and the dog say how I wish. The Newcastle go, but there I say not since then they go anywhere. Make us see what next. After window close, bang bang. Make us see. We say you go say no go come training. I give you 1 week, make you rest. They will give you psychiatrists or psychologists. Make them wire your brain. Make I say no come training. Baba. Now waiting I want to see. I've never experienced this type of situation before. That's why I did keen to see how it go end. All right. Let's bring a message from one of our sponsors, Mobile World Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80 646 42234. and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the day, that be the fact say David Ornstein let us know say Piero Hincapie he traveled to London to conclude the Arsenal transfer. Although Bayer Leverkusen never gave him permission to do medical, he's still awaiting permission, but he's making travel first. So that when he just get the permission through phone, we all run the medical sharp to make sure say the deal go through. So with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. Like come your way later in the evening, 4:30 p.m. to open the studios and we'll look at the pre-match analysis of the match between Liverpool and Arsenal at Anfield. Then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get mouse, right?